guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I got us some XCOM 2 gameplay, but the topic I wanted to make today, because I want to keep this nice and short, not a long video, because the next video that I upload, I want it to be, something where I'm not pissed off and irritated. But today, while I was trying to regain my setup, I found out that my prior videos, specifically the last one that I made with Genshin Impact, the video quality resolution dropped tremendously. It still displays and says that it's 1080p, but due to something that YouTube changed with their encoder, the resolution is now more so like 720, 20p with the 1080p label. And that really ticked me off because at that time I pretty much had my YouTube set up exactly how I wanted it. Everything was perfect. Now, I did lose everything, but still, it's definitely a pet peeve that I lost everything. So, pretty much today I spent an entire hour redoing my entire setup. That way it can be in HD. And what I basically had to do is I had to upscale my videos to 4K. But with that in mind, now that I have everything working, the one thing I sacrifice is pretty much the viewability for other people that have slow internet. What I mean by that is, so if you have slow internet, if you want to play my videos in actual 1080p, because I'm gonna tell you right now, none of my videos are in 1080. Excuse me, none of my videos are in fucking 4K. They're all in 1080p, but upscaled to be well. Oh man, I've already redone this intro so many times and I keep stuttering on my words. I pretty much theoretically upscaled the video to be 4K, though it's just simply not 4K.
Feeds me.
So now, anyone that wants to watch my videos in 1080 has to play it in 1440 or above. And another thing is, if you have slow internet, that just means longer rendering times for said videos, which is really much... Fuck. Speak clearly, choose my words smartly, calm down. So basically that means longer wait times just for you to watch some really crappy video by a Hispanic in Iowa. And it's just overall just a massive bummer, because I spent hours trying to make, the best setup and just trying to make everything work in my favor despite losing it all on Sunday. Thankfully today I got everything. I found the setup. I found the key. I'm gonna get perfect HD. I can promise you that. But at the same time, it's like I should not have to do these scummy little things just so I can get that resolution.
A fancy word for it.
And it's also a bummer because like all these other people are gonna be demoralized, thinking that they don't know what the hell they're doing, when they realize that their video is not coming out in the outcome that they want it to be. So I am like livid, and I'm just making this small little rant just to pretty much calm down. And so the next video that I come out with, which I wanted to be Need for Speed Unbound, so look forward to that if you actually sit and watch the channel, or you just stumble across this and you're potentially interested in watching what I do. Just know that Need for Speed is coming, just not in a sexual way, sadly. But yeah, I pretty much in a way cracked the code, though I sacrificed a lot of things that I liked about my prior setup. For starters, the low storage capacity for some of the videos, now it's like doubled or quadrupled depending on the amount of action and how long of a recording it is.
I'm all right. Look out.
But regardless, it's better than nothing. I can sit here and be happy for the fact that I actually have HD, whereas all of my other videos prior I never did. And yeah, I pretty much, that's the only upside really. I can't be 100% pleased with everything, but that's a big dub. A big dub for a guy who didn't even know what a bitrate was not too long ago. So yeah, hopefully when I upload this, you're gonna see it in quote-unquote 4K. But if you're playing it on 1080, expect 720. I have no way around it unless I get a really good PC rig and actually upload 4K footage.
I would be nothing without Khan.
Now, with that little rant out of the way, some other news. If I can remember what I wanted to say. Oh shit. I'm so underprepared for all of this. I should really start making a little script, but I also don't want to be another fucking version of a robot in my videos. I want it to be all natural so I can watch myself progress and get better at this. But like I said in other news, I'm starting to mod some of these games, as you can see with this XCOM 2 gameplay. I modded in some customizable things, and one of my soldiers is Simon fucking Riley, aka Ghost from MW2, which is fucking elite. Fucking love it. And you'll see in a bit, the main guy, the main cast, the main character himself, the GOAT, is gonna be in my fucking squad, whether I like it or not. And I'm going to be modding Skyrim because I really want to do a little mini series or just something on the side where I get to upload some let's play gameplay of it, because for starters, it's a game I'm always interested in, and the idea of having it in basically a graphic overhaul is really appetizing, and it just also gives me an excuse to play it again, because right now I've just been avoiding it because that's the only game I've ever fucking played weeks on end. So that's something I really look forward to, and it also gives me practice to do solo commentaries, which I desperately need, and I keep saying that in all of these solo commentary videos, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are getting tired of. Like, just stop fucking complaining and fucking grow a pair, do your fucking job. But that's something coming up. Obviously, Need for Speed, another game I'm really passionate about, is coming out. I'm gonna be playing the hell out of it. That's also gonna be a let's play unless I can convince David to get the racing game, but he's not much of a guy who likes racing games. Though I might upload a Warzone video with him. I don't know for sure, but if I do, you'll see that coming. And hopefully it's in HD too, unless YouTube rechanges their fucking settings. No, not their settings, their fucking, what's it called? God, I don't know what the phrase is. Excuse me. Just their fucking regulations, pretty much. Just what it takes to be able to get what you want. So we'll see how that goes. I just hope it doesn't change within whenever I upload this video. But
to the research labs.
Yeah, dude, I'm really looking forward to December 2nd, and then looking forward to after December 15th, because I will be in fucking winter break. I will finally get to be able to fucking do this a little bit more consistently. I still want to do one video a week at minimum, and then maximum maybe like 2. But then again, I'm a terrible editor, and I don't know if I have like the patience to even like edit. Like, there's so many things I want to do. I want to start adding small little clips in my videos as like a form of reaction to myself when I look back on my gameplay. And
impressive, isn't it?
God, what else? Start adding
Capable of
text,
generating
but I'm gonna have to
immense power.
download
You're completely
a
harmless
plugin
to
for
human
Sony
life.
Vegas so I can have better
Only
fonts.
the same could be said for the rest of the aliens.
Though I doubt that'll be hard. I'll probably just watch a
Commander.
YouTube video on it because
Dr.
everything's
Richard
on
Tigan,
YouTube.
Chief Science Officer. I am
Alright,
responsible.
shut up, buddy. I need to show everyone the main character. I just remembered that.
I do
Shit,
find
what else?
That area of research
What else?
to be among the more intriguing options available.
I can't remember what else I wanted to say. It was pretty much, the goal was to be a rant and maybe make this video 5 minutes, but now I dragged it on for almost 10.
I wonder if this is what it was like in the old days.
But yeah, to anyone that's like just interested overall in what I do and watching me, you know, kudos to you, and also look forward for what's coming up. Gosh, I really need to start making like, at least put notes on a piece of paper, and just so I know what to talk about and how to make this more fluently. I'm not here just like I'm fucking getting anally pegged by a big black guy. Like, no. Just look forward. And also, here's the main character of what this would have been a series, but instead now I'm making it a little rant video. Arthur fucking Morgan. And of course, my guy over here. Where the fuck is the bio? Great, now I'm ruining the joke. There we go. Fucking hates tuberculosis. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. and good old Price. Fucking, who else did I made? This Asian chick I know I made. I think I made, yeah. Samus suits with cat. Wait, is it Samus? Samus? Whatever. Samus suit with cat ears. Whatever this is, honestly, it's just for my own visual pleasure. What else? What else we got? Definitely not this guy. Oh yeah, this ninja shit. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. And then obviously some communist face mask, because everything is better in red, right? But man, I'm just happy that I'm at least ranting to something, because I wanted to originally call a friend and just complain about this. That way tomorrow, if I were to make a video with David, I can at least be at a peace of mind, or at least peaceful enough before I start raging with him on Warzone. But sadly, I turned this video into that subject, and I'm sure it's probably gonna make people a little upset with what it is. But since this isn't gonna be primarily an XCOM video, I just wanted to show some clips. I'm gonna do some people a favor that don't know what to do with their setup, basically know what they need to do. So give me one moment. I'll cut it into when I have my Sony Vegas setup pretty much set up, and probably my OBS too. We'll see. So yeah, I will cut it right into my setup. Alright guys, so hopefully you can still hear me. For starters, with this Sony Vegas setup, the project properties, you have to change your resolution to what a 4K scale is, just so YouTube can detect it as a 4K video. Now, I am going to warn you that the low resolution portion of your upload, so basically the SD, the standard resolution, is going to be encoded with the AVC1, and it's going to pretty much alarm you. You're going to think that the rest of the video is not going to be in, I think the decoder is like V9 something, but just give it time, let it process the HD version, and you're going to notice that it's going to take quite a while. And that's because it's going to be upscaling it all the way to 4K, which is what you want. But, you know, as a normal person and a normal human being, that's not what you're going to want. You want it to be pretty much the resolution that it's stated as, so that if you know that you're just any of your devices can't handle the process or like rendering that resolution that's beyond the one that you want, that it's the one that you got. But unfortunately, my videos is gonna be practically false advertisement. Like, nothing is gonna be in 4K. I am not gonna be doing my thumbnails saying like, hey, this is a 4K video, because, you know, I don't want to be a complete liar. So this is what you pretty much have to do. The pixel format, it's up to you. This really just changes, excuse me, it pretty much just changes the coloration of your video. Excuse me again. The coloration of your videos. But I just did it on 8-bit full range, because that's what my OBS is set up as, and I don't know how to change the bit on there. But regardless, all it does is just changes your video quality, and I'm someone that just likes making sure you see the things as I see it. So yeah, 8-bit it is. If you change it to like the 32 bits, it's gonna make the video slightly darker, almost like you have HDR mode without it being completely fucking shades. But you can also just mess with some things in I think it was color space. If you mess with some things in color space, you could try to get it back into that 8-bit coloration, or you're gonna have to do some filtering in your video effects. Now, if you don't have Sony Vegas, I'm sorry, I just don't have a method to help you guys out. But feel free to just look up other YouTube videos. I'm sure someone out there has done it and figured it out. It might be it might be outdated, but just try to figure it out, try to sort it out. I'm sure you could do it. Audio settings I never messed with, ruler settings I never messed with. So this doesn't fucking matter. And I never mess with this. The next thing is, let me do this, that way it actually shows the render button. You have to set up your own custom template. I used Magic's AVC slash AAC dot MP4 or whatever. I chose this. I made a customized template, which is this 4K 60 FPS. But let me show you quickly my old setup. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Well, not the hiccups. I really needed to burp. I had it in 1920 by 1080, which is literally what I'm playing at. 60 frames per second. Solid bit rate. I record on OBS at the time with constant bit rate with 100 million bits. But on Vegas, basically YouTube only picks up about 50 million. So I pretty much lowered the range a little bit just to be able to save some storage. I did NV encoder because I have a NVIDIA graphics card. I set it to high quality because I don't know how good a 3060 is. And I also don't want to overload my not my CPU, my GPU. And it's not variable bitrate. It's supposed to be at high quality. I don't know why it changed, but that's what I had it as. And when I uploaded on YouTube, instead you got fucking 720 because they wanted to make you do a fucking shitty ass encoder. Now, my 4K 60 setup, I changed everything. I used this resolution, which is 4K. 60 frames, whatever. My bitrate, I changed the range to much higher just because I think I'll show you when we get to the OBS part, but basically there's an encoder called QCP, and it's basically variable bitrate on drugs, and it's supposed to make gameplay recordings really great quality. And it does. If I play everything on my video player, it's perfect HD. But for whatever reason, YouTube being YouTube wants to dick me down. I have my preset on high quality again. Don't want to stress my GPU. This is meant to be on fucking high quality. You're gonna fucking stay in high quality save. So that's OBS. I mean, fucking very professional. That's Sony Vegas. So let me close out of Sony Vegas. No thanks. OBS. Let me pull up my settings. Go to output. I have my streaming in my old YouTube setup because I've heard that if I were to do streaming, constant bitrate is the way to go just because of latency and also overloading your GPU, CPU, etc. But with my YouTube setup, here it is. CQP, variable bitrate. I have it at level 22, but depending on your setup, please choose wisely. It's gonna fucking eat up your GPU, and you're gonna notice some stuttering in your footage. But mine was able to handle 22, which is what people recommend for YouTube. And when I did my test recording, it was at 4K, but 1080p, whatever. It was at the resolution I wanted. I have it set for high quality. I have it for best quality. I don't know what this does, so I never messed with it. Never messed with high profile. Kept it the same. Look ahead I turned on because, as it states here, it increases the visual quality, visual tuning. I left it on because it's just what it's set as, and it just optimizes what the user bitrate. So just go with that. Audio quality I never mess with. And that's pretty much it in terms of OBS. Now, one of the key things that I wanted to be let known: don't have your display capture and your game capture activated at the same time. It's gonna cause a lot of stress and you're gonna lose a lot of frames. Now, this is somewhat false. This lag, I think it's due to the fact that I was recording prior and I cut the footage and I also closed the apps. So it's probably getting those frames of closing those things and considering it lag. But when I look back on the footage, I don't see any lag. But if you see this in the 50s or the hundreds, yeah, you definitely have some fucking lag. So make sure your game capture and display capture, one or the other, has to be off. And that's pretty much about it in terms of your setup. I'm not gonna probably make videos on setups entirely unless there's a demand. or I found something like a big discovery for myself, and it's like, yes, let the world know, let them be happy, for the people, all that fun jazz. And now the video portion. So the encoder that I was speaking about, well, talking about, if I could speak proper English, is this VP9005 whatever, etc. That's basically the encoder that's going to make sure you have your video in HD. And basically, sorry, 1 second, I gotta definitely have OBS open on the side so I can know that the window's being captured. This is what's going to give your HD video. And as you can see here, it goes all the way up to 4K because of my Vegas setup. But if I drop it down to 1060, I hope in this video when I have it set to 4K, you'll see that these words are blurry. Scale it back up to 2K. They look better. That's basically the 10K. I mean, not 10K, the 1080p. And I think 4K, it's going to be the crispiest. It's about the same. So I think it's still 1080. So there's that. So if you use my setup, well, it's not really mine. I had to watch another video from someone else. I would do a shout out to him, but I'm smaller than him and I also don't recall his channel. So I kind of feel like a dick, but it is what it is. Oh, wait, I actually have it up. This fella right here with 1,000 subscribers. This is the guy where I got this info from, and it works. So big kudos to that guy. He's a real Sigma male. I sell him my daughter. Hell yeah. So now my Genshin video, if I pull it open, if I right click stats for nerds, this is the encoder that's going to lower your resolution, and you don't want that. Because, yeah, look at this. It is so blurry. It was such a bummer. Like, I put in a lot of time and effort trying to make sure this is in HD quality, just for it to not be in HD. Granted, if you do constant bitrate, what happens is anything that is like in motion, anything that is like fast paced, the resolution is not going to be perfectly captured in constant bitrate. So that's one of the things you're going to have to look out for. Other than that, it's pretty tame. It's a nice setup if you have something that can't handle the constant bitrate. I mean, fuck, the variable bitrate. I probably want to test this out and see if I could get it to do a 4K with constant bitrate, but I'm sure if you guys test it out, you'll be able to achieve it. But yeah, this has been my little rant and also a little bit of a tech tip. So I hope everything works out for you guys too. It hopefully works out for me. I just want my videos in perfect quality. You know, I spent time and energy getting my setup back, getting everything situated, re-downloading everything. I spent hours just waiting and waiting just to be able to do my YouTube setup by having my games ready. And yeah, it was quite the bummer. If you're gonna do a storage upgrade or just installing more storage, be very careful on how you transfer all the data over, because what happened with me is that I got this new 1TB SSD that I wanted to make it my main C drive. So I got this one software that I can't recall the name of, but it basically converts whatever storage you want into your C drive. I did that. It corrupted itself. I lost everything, even Windows, so I had to rebuy Windows. And there's this website where you can get it for cheap, $6. If I can remember the name of it, I'll put it in the description. But I found it to be reliable. I'm not going to tell anyone to go to their website to buy Windows, because there is the possibility that you could get scammed. It all just depends on who's working behind the counter, who's going to send you the code. But thankfully, the 2 times that I've done it, I got the code. But yeah, I guess this is pretty much it for my rant. I don't even know what sort of thumbnail I want to do, but yeah. Hopefully the next video I'm calm and in a great state of mind. I don't have to sit here just curse my ass off just to be able to be entertaining. Well, it's not even me trying to be entertaining. It's literally me just being livid. But yeah, guys, make sure you right click, check your videos, that for nerds. Look at the codec. You got this. You have HD for the most part. It's not legitimate HD. I'm sure if you did a 4K setup, your 10K. I mean, fuck. I keep doing that. Your 1080p is gonna be 1080p. So yeah, good luck everyone out there with their setups. I hope this is an educational experience. It was definitely for me, and I am hearts pounding pissed. But yeah, love everyone. Adios.